I screamed at him so loudly the neighbors probably heard every filthy accusation bouncing off our apartment walls. I'd been up all night, replaying every late night, every missed call, every I was just with the guys. The tension in my chest was a fist tightening around my heart, so when he stumbled in at 2:07 a.m. reeking of whiskey and secrets, I was already halfway to burning it all down. I demanded answers, spit flying, voice raw, and he just stared at me with this look, half hurt, half furious, before grabbing his keys and slamming the door so hard it rattled the dishes. I stood there shaking, adrenaline and suspicion making my skin itch. I knew something was off, something had changed. A receipt in his jacket, a strand of hair in the shower that wasn't mine, the sudden urge to password protect his laptop. My mind spun stories on loop, each one more damning than the last. I paced the living room, picturing him in someone else's bed, whispering the lies he'd once told me. I wanted to catch him, to prove he was the villain I needed him to be. But as the sun crept up, painting the apartment with that too honest morning light, I finally looked at the calendar pinned to the fridge. I'd spent all week convinced he'd been with someone else on Wednesday night, except Wednesday was the night I'd stayed late at work and lied about it. The realization hit me with a cold, gutting clarity. I'd been projecting, casting my own guilt onto him, building a trap with clues I'd created myself. It wasn't about him at all. I was so desperate not to be the bad guy, I made him into one instead. The cheating, the sneaking around, all started with me. The fight, the accusations, the storming out, none of it was about what he'd done, but about what I couldn't admit to myself. As I sat on the kitchen floor, surrounded by the wreckage of our trust, I realized the worst betrayal in our relationship was my own.